Teachers are under a lot of pressure to have quality lessons and quality work in the classroom with not enough time.
Even during my lunchtime, I normally don't eat lunch, or if I eat lunch, I'm eating and working.
Teach, teach, teach a lot more. The bell will ring, and then I'm gonna lesson plan, and then I'm probably gonna grade.
We're under a lot of stress to make sure that we get rigorous materials.
Everything is so fast-paced. We need to be able to roll it out and get it out there quickly so our kids can use it.
Benchmarks that come up, and your class has to be at a particular percentage, and you only have 4 or 5 that are at this reading level.
Our teachers go in, early in the morning, and they stay late at night. I mean, we have teachers who stay to 6, 7 o'clock at night just because of the demands on them at the school. Anything that can help them use their time wisely and efficiently is important. And Share My Lesson does that.
Share My Lesson is a place where educators can come together to create and share their very best teaching resources. Developed by teachers for teachers, this free platform gives access to high-quality teaching resources and provides an online community where teachers can collaborate with, encourage, and inspire each other.
It's just right there, Share My Lesson. You type it, you write whatever concept you want to teach, the lessons are right there, you print them, you have them, it's ready to go.
I was amazed at what I could pick out, but also how quickly it was that I was able to navigate the site, because I'd been on many sites and it was very cumbersome. And I would get to a point where I wanted a lesson or something and I'd click and they'd charge you for it.
On Share My Lesson, it's very organized. I've found that the components are all there for you, from handouts to actual lessons as you're supposed to follow them.
They have beautiful, colorful PowerPoints on the website. A lot of teachers have actually put in really good work there.
There's so much top-down in public education. There are all the experts. Everybody seems to think they know, how to teach. But the expertise really resides in the classroom.
In looking at the lessons, you can tell that they are tried and true. It really is the meat of the matter. Often when I'm looking through a lesson, it's very technical, or there's just too much information that I don't need. And these are really seem to be condensed and boiled down to what we teachers really need. And teachers are really the only ones that know that.
The fact that teachers are the ones that create these lessons and they're the ones that review the lessons, there's an opportunity to comment on the lessons, that just means that there's a community working together to create the best product possible, and it's all free. That's amazing to me.
Texas AFT is an organization that really does spend a lot of time trying to connect to our members in ways that are meaningful to them. And it really is about the professional issues. It's about professional development. It's about helping them be a better teacher in the classroom. It's about giving them the tools and the aids that they need to be able to do their job.
Part of a teacher's quality of life and quality of workplace is to know that you have access to good materials. So I think that's right up the alley of what this union does.
I love the fact that AFT just continues to provide us information for us to be successful as a group and as a union.
It makes me feel good that they're helping us try to be better teachers, not just there to hear us whenever we need them, but helping us be successful in the classroom.
This helps us to make a connection that the union stretches all through the state. So it's this web, and it connects all of these locals together with this common vision that we want quality education for all of our kids.
There are things the legislature can do. They can take a balanced approach instead of just relying on cuts.
In 2011, the state legislature cut $5.4 billion out of public education in Texas. Programs for kids were cut. We're going to continue to fight to get the funding back, and we did in 2013. We got 85 cents on the dollar back. But we still are out there looking for programs that are going to help you in the classroom fill in the void that's been created by the state.
Since its launch in 2012, Share My Lesson has seen exponential growth with over 300,000 members and 271,000 resources and counting. From a board-certified teacher looking to spice up their existing lessons to a paraprofessional reading coach finding an approach that reaches a particular student to an overwhelmed first-year teacher, Share My Lesson has something for everyone.
They just created static electricity. Now, I think that learning should be fun, and so I like to make my students feel like when they come to school that not only are they coming to learn, but they're coming to learn and have fun learning. Share My Lesson actually really helps with the resources because you could go to that subject area that you're pondering and go in and get a wealth of information.
I'm a special ed teacher here at Pickle Elementary. Because I have to pick and choose from so many different grade levels, and some of my kids are in the 5th grade, but I want to give them something that's about 3rd grade level, but it's on the 5th grade subject. And so I can search and find different lessons that suit my needs a lot better. I can also search for things that are relevant to whatever it is that they've just gotten excited about. Sometimes with special need kids, the extra motivation is one of the things that we really need, and if I can find something that really rings their bell, that helps a lot.
But Share My Lesson, it has so many options we can go. So many different games, so different activities that the kids can be involved in. And with my job, I want to involve every kid.
I actually have a cart that I carry around. I do have to have a wide range, extra resources for the children that we service. I need something that's like easily accessible. There's something that I can get, I can compare it to what the student needs based upon how they learn, and Share My Lesson just is able to provide me with a lot of resources for me to be able to use, as I'm modifying and accommodating special needs.
I'm a certified deaf education teacher. Our curriculum called for us to study genres. That's a pretty abstract word for our students. In our classroom, everything has to be visually accessible at all times. Share My Lesson gave that to me in one search. I found a PowerPoint, I found posters, I found descriptions and definitions, I found a setting of different genres, and I found 3 pages of graphics that we can use for Venn diagrams, we can use for sorting, we can use for story starters as we begin to write.
And there's a big push for the dual language program, so which means that a lot of the teachers have to be teaching in both languages. It's really simple to go to Share My Lesson and actually download activity, a lesson plan, and already have the handouts there. A lot of times the lesson plans are in English and are in Spanish, and those resources are there. So you don't have to create anything extra.
Vas a hacer un círculo grandote.
I was introducing shapes to kids, and then I found a great little song going to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. So if you know all the shapes, shout them out, and I show them a shape and the kids get to say it.
Square es un cuadrado. Vamos a contar.
I know I benefit from the lessons that I find there. So if I can share the things that I've learned and the things that I've done with other people, why not? Since we're doing the 5 senses, I wrote that up and I put it in there, but I put 2 weeks of lessons.
¿Hace un sonido fuerte o un sonido suave?
I was trying to teach the kids about our sense of hearing and the fact that we hear so many different sounds all the time. We're going further into what types of noises. Are there loud noises and there are soft noises? And the fact that we hear or that we listen with our ears.
¿Qué parte de tu cuerpo escuchas con la nariz?
When I asked them, what part of your body do you hear with, some of them were still saying, your nose. No, not your nose. A lot of the times we get things from people that have never been in the classroom, and they don't work. And in theory they sound great, but they don't work in the classroom. And so the fact that AFT did this and thought about us enough to say teachers need this resource from teachers, for teachers, by teachers, was the thing we've been needing, and it's absolutely fabulous.
Share My Lesson is the quintessential coming together of the AFT and its members to do what we do best, which is teach kids.
It's a very vast state that differs. We have districts, that may have 10 teachers. We also have school districts with 10,000 teachers. But Share My Lesson is a commonality that benefits everybody.
The concept of being a connected teacher is something that is growing. AFT has done a great job of making sure that we're connected, and not just to other Texas teachers, but they're providing us a platform to be connected with teachers all over the nation.
And today, to see how it's grown, to see the thousands of resources on there, yes, it's for our members, but it's way more than that. It's for any teacher that wants to get on there, that wants to find what they need for their kids to make their classroom better, to enrich their lessons.
I encourage all Texas teachers to log on to Share My Lesson.
Log in to Share My Lesson and get a wealth of information.
Get on to Share My Lesson today and see how it can benefit you.